Bret the Bitter Man Hart. Bret the Hateful Man Hart. Bret the Wrathful Man Hart. Wrath. He got a lot of wrath in his heart, bro. Got a lot of respect for Bret Hart. He's before my time. But thanks to the pleasures of the internet, you can go back and watch. The pleasures of apps like Peacock, the WWE's library is on there. You can go back and watch. Right? We have the fortune, the fortitude to go do our homework and get our A's. I understand the respect for Bret Hart. You can see his influence is very heavy today. As far as his in-ring psychology, his in-ring capabilities, making wrestling believable. And by the way, Bret Hart has to be the toughest guy in pink I ever seen. But Bret the Bitter Man Hart, the Hateful Man Hart, the Wrathful Man Hart, dude, life is too short, bro, to have so much resentment, so much hate in your heart, bro. No point intended. It's too short. When is Bret Hart going to get over it? Bro, you talk about a mark. Come on, man. You talking about a mark for himself to a whole nother level. I forgot what wrestler said this. But they said, bro, you never actually won anything. This is a performance. Why you were so ingrained and in debt? What is it going to take? It might be cut off because I was interrupted, but Bret Hart, when are you ever going to get over this shit, bro? It's a work. And Ric Flair said something that we're going to touch on into this. But it's like, Bret, you mean to tell me you was worked that hard? You was worked that hard into this. What was Vince McMahon supposed to do, Bret? Can you please answer that question? What was Vince supposed to do? You didn't want to give up the championship because you didn't like Shine, and Shine didn't want to put you over. You had a lot of turmoil, this, that, and the third. WCW was breathing down WWE's neck. He's seen what Medusa did, a.k.a. Alundra Blaze. He's seen what she did. He feared you was going to throw that title away. With enough money, you probably would have. Money talks. So, but the thing is this, bro. You are still complaining about something that happened literally older than I am. It's like 30-something years ago, bro. When are you ever going to let it go? When? And of course, you got a lot of the Bret Hart stands. They're going to say, shut the F up. And all this other shit because y'all are Bret Hart marks and you are catering to this echo chamber that Bret Hart is a part of in his own mind. You are catering to his bitterness. You're feeding that ego by just acting like he's so right about having something on his heart that's stressing him the fuck out, bro. My nigga hair is white as Raiden's was in the old Mortal Kombat movie in 95. His hair is white as that, bro. Yeah, he's older, man, but damn. You're stressing yourself the fuck out. You are still mad at Goldberg to this day. Goldberg apologizing. People mad at Goldberg because he said, bro, how many times am I supposed to say sorry? That I was green. Do you understand Goldberg wasn't even 2 years in the business when him and Bret Hart fought? What was this, 99 Starrcade? I could get my dates wrong, but wasn't this in 99? If you go back and watch any Goldberg match before Bret Hart, he threw that Yakuza kick so many times. So, you telling me a freak accident from a guy that was green to the business, you're going to hold that against him forever and just accuse him of just hurting everybody? He was just so reckless and he was just a brute in the ring. And I'm not saying he wasn't, but how many other people he really fucked up like you, right? So I get why you could feel that way, but it was a freak fucking accident. Bro, you're walking around though. Draws freak accident, that man died paralyzed, but he didn't hate D'Lo Brown forever. Bro, Stone Cold was paralyzed for like a good 2 minutes when your brother dropped him purposely on his head, when Dan Severn told him not to do that fucking move. But you don't hear Stone Cold never ending the hatred and the resentment and the bitterness of what Owen Hart took from him. He legitimately took years off of Stone Cold's career. That's one of the biggest what ifs. If Owen Hart, jackass self, rest in peace, but you're a fucking jackass, dead or not, didn't do that shit to Stone Cold, Stone Cold probably would have had 10 more years left in him. Stone Cold probably would have retired at 50. But thanks to Owen unprofessional Hart being jealous of Stone Cold's spot, wherever the fuck was wrong with him that day, dropped this man on his head, but you don't hear Stone Cold bitter and whining 30 years something later, bro. You don't hear it. But he was purposely dropped on his head. But just like Droz, Goldberg accidentally kicked you in the head. Hell, the kick looked professional. You had your hands up. How was he supposed to know? Bro, he didn't do a Shawn Michaels kick where he run up on you. He put his foot up, you ran into it. So how is he at fault? You just as at fault as he is. You ran into it. You knew the kick was coming. You had your hands up. Go watch the footage. But I don't understand. You complain, but you get to walk around. Yeah, he stopped your career from doing what you love. I get that part. But the man was green to the business. So how long you going to keep holding that over his head? I agree with Goldberg. There's only so many sorries I can say, bro. There's only so many sorries I can do. Then I just seen some of the stuff in the interview. It was hilarious, though, but you felt like Shawn and Vince was lovers. You know what I mean? I don't care about that. That was funny to me. But, like, then you shitting on Sheamus, like, he don't know how to throw a punch. But then this is the Mark shit that comes up. Oh, you should go watch my hits and my punches. Look like I'm welling on him. Sheamus is one of the hardest, stiffest looking wrestlers of today's time. You clearly couldn't have watched a Sheamus match. Go watch him and Gunther or him and Drew McIntyre. Him and anybody pretty much, but like definitely those hard hitting ass matches. You telling me Sheamus don't look like he know how to throw a punch? Come on, man. But of course, he got a point to himself. That's what I'm saying, a mark, bro. It's like, dude. And I got mad respect for Bret Hart, I really do. I love the fact Bret Hart's so blunt, don't give a fuck. I do love that part. I respect that part. I respect it. But damn, dude. Dude, you making money. At least you get to walk around and spend your money. I know you want to retire. I know you probably never wanted to retire. You wanted to be Ric Flair, being 78 years old, still doing matches. I get it, man. But damn, dude, you got to forget some shit, man. Move on. How every interview you still talk about the Montreal Screwjob. You still burying Goldberg. Now, what you say about Triple H is facts. He ain't creative. I don't agree with some of his matches being bad. I think I've seen a couple of good Triple H matches. That's all subjective. But it's like, come on, man. I'm really saying this to Bret Hart, and I'm sure this never get to him. But any fan, you know what I mean? Y'all should probably feel the same way. Bret, let it go, dude. Move on. You still walking around, man. Now, I'm not saying don't have your opinion. But as far as the screw job and shit that you can't change that was years ago, it's like, dude, I ain't mad at him critiquing Sheamus or none of that. It is what it is. I just feel like Sheamus looks believable. So I just disagree with that. Sheamus don't know how to throw a punch or whatever. He looks believable compared to a lot of people today. He don't look choreographed. You look like you're in a real brawl with him, with Sheamus, every match. Like you got to go through hell to beat this guy. But it goes back to Ric Flair and the screw job, right? See, Bret got a lot of bitterness and resentment towards a lot of people that he just couldn't face the facts was better than him. Ric Flair said it best. If you was really that guy, Vince would have did everything he could to keep you. He let you go. He let you go. So, I mean, come on now. I just think it shows you are bitter that Triple H had a better career than you. Shawn had a better career than you. All these people you hate, Ric Flair, all these people had better, Hogan, they had better careers than you. Yes, your career was cut short, unfortunately, though. Yes, that's very unfortunate. And Bret Hart had a great career for what he did. But I just think he's jealous of a lot of people that went on and had better careers. I think that's a lot of his bitterness come from. I think he low-key is jealous of Triple H because Triple H had a better career than him. A more remarkable career. But man, for the sake of Bret Hart's health, I just wish he could find something in him to just let this shit go and just live your life, bro. You go make money off the WWE forever. In case you do some Chris Benoit shit, the WWE will never erase you. They can't. You're pretty much the spark that started the Attitude Era. You just didn't get to be in the Attitude Era. But man, Bret the Better Man Hart. Booker T just said it. It's bitterness. It's like, dude. It's like, come on, man. It's like, damn, bro. Let some shit go, bro. There's people that had a lot more worse experiences in the wrestling world than you, bro. So it's like, be a little grateful. Droz died paralyzed, bro. You still get to fucking walk around and talk, move around. No, you can't get in the ring, but you making money. Droz never made nowhere near as much money as you did. I mean, it's just, it is other people that never even got to see half of what you got to see. You're a remarkable name to fans that used to watch and fans that watch now. And yet you never even dived into Hollywood on a big level. You did a couple of things. But it's just all fucked up, man. I wish Bret Hart the best and he can get over for his own good. And just live his life. Life is too short to be walking around with so much hate in your heart. No point intended. But like, share, subscribe, dislike, good shit. What do y'all think of this? We out.